Ladies and gentlemen, we've gone the distance, we've seen all the matches so far, and finally it comes down to this. Empire versus Vega Squadron, game number 5.
10 seconds remaining.
It's 2-2. Aosin, how you doing?
5 seconds remaining.
I'm a little worried for Team Empire right now. There's a Queen of Paint on the other side, and there's no Enigma on theirs.
Reserve time.
I know. That's what. So talk me through this. What ended up going down the draft? It was a Clockwork first pick overall, correct?
Yep. And then immediately, Nyx Assassin, Queen of Pain. You know, you remove that
Team back.
that threat that is Nyx Assassin for your Queen of Pain, and all of a sudden, this draft is looking very solid for Vega Squadron.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. And that's the thing, is it's sort of like the question of, do you first phase those big heroes
10
that have seemed to
seconds
be
remaining.
so much a part of your team composition, and it
5
seems like
seconds
Empire
remaining.
have said, you know what, no, we don't need to do this. We're instead going to be
Radiant
taking
team
the
pick.
Razor for themselves, and they feel like that's the more important key hero for them. I wonder if they're going to be going back for the Ghost Stick Sand King, maybe another way to deal with the Queen of Pain. It could run into some trouble against the Nyx Assassin, maybe.
Yeah, that definitely
10
is an
seconds
option,
remaining.
but maybe you go a
Dire
different
team
route.
pick.
Maybe you go back for the Axe if the lanes work out for you. We will have to see, and until we see that that offlaner, you know, both of these teams really like running aggressive tri lanes if it means that their safe laner,
10
or not safe
seconds
laner, but
remaining.
their off laners are able to get a lot of farm
5
and
seconds remaining.
experience. So we'll see.
Reserve
I just need to
time.
do a couple of quick little production things. So I'm going to let your wonderful voice continue to fill the audience's ears if you want to continue to pontificate on what's going on here.
Riki.
Oh, God. What the hell?
Rick,
Radiant team pick.
Oh, man.
I like this pick a lot because this is going to destroy Queen of Pain if they run this right. Well, let's see how they end up responding to this. It's going to be a weird itemization game for the Queen of Pain. Might have to go for the
10
Force staff
seconds
first.
remaining.
as do a lot of the other heroes on Vega's
5
side.
seconds remaining.
Always important to have the Force staff when up against the Clockwork, as well as the Riki.
Reserve time.
Might be a lifestealer game here
A life stealer for who?
for Team Empire.
Just and then like you go for like infest bombs with Riki? Is that the idea?
You could do it with Riki, you can do it with Clockwork. It's a very aggressive way of playing, but can potentially fall flat on his face if Vega Squadron are prepared for it.
Yeah.
See how they decide to run it.
I mean,
Lifestealers is good in general because you do have a carrier for it, you have a combo for it, and you're also up against a Nyx Assassin. So overall, pretty value pick.
I guess the thing that's a little bit scary is like already this lineup, it gets a little bit countered out by Force Staffs. If you take a Life Stealer too, then that's another hero that gets countered out by Force Staffs. Could be scary, but I see what you're saying. In your eyes, what do you think about like the for Vega Squadron going back for something that, you know, helps to secure the lanes a little bit further? Is there any type of carry that could fill that role, like a Lycan maybe? Is that too outside of the box?
Lycan is honestly a pretty solid hero. They don't really have the greatest ways of dealing with him, assuming he's able to get off his shapeshift. So
Dark.
see what they go for. Ooh, a Darkseer.
Dire team pick.
Great combination with the Disruptor, Queen of Pain. I mean, it just Vacuum just synergizes very well with everything that they have so far, and also kind of denies it from the Empire lineup. Darkseer, Riki,
10
always a scary
seconds remaining.
thought. In fact, Darkseer, Clockwork, also a very scary thought. So
5 seconds
I
remaining.
think the Darkseer pick is solid for their team as well as like a very good deny pick.
Right.
Reserve time.
I guess the other thing that's maybe a little bit scary about it is you could still run that Lycan. We've seen the Lycan and Darkseer combo also work, where you put Ion Shell on the Wolves and just have them run down people. But it's also a little bit weird because like Clockwork's a fairly tanky hero. Riki, not so much, but he has that natural evasion of being able to stay away from things. And I can't wait to see how they play this Riki and what the idea is behind it. It does sort of lean to me saying that like Clockwork is maybe going to be played in the offlane role, and then they take a lane support here for Empire.
Yeah, that is a possibility. right now they don't have the greatest answers for the Darkseer, especially if it's going to be a safe lane Razor. But we'll see what they end up picking up. Okay, they're going to pick up the Juggernaut. Juggernaut's
Radiant team
one of the better carry heroes for dealing with the Darkseer. So that we're going to be seeing the mid Razor instead.
Okay. So mid Razor against the Queen of Pain. There's Blink to get away from the static
10
link, but if you're
remaining.
blinking at those early levels, it can sometimes suck for G. I would
5
imagine.
seconds remaining.
Do they ban out Magnus here for Vega?
Reserve time.
Or I mean, sorry, do Vega ban Mag so that Empire don't run it?
And Empire have first pick too, so they wouldn't be able to take it for themselves. That might be the play. And Ricky being able to scout for them constantly, that might be the way that you go with it.
It's a really tough call because while on paper Mag looks like a good pick here, it makes it so that Team Empire don't really have like great lockdown. That's what's really the problem with the Empire lineup right now. At the same time, I mean, it could work. You know, the Clockwork could play out of his mind. So can the Ricky as well as the Mag, and they just win off of great coordination and team fight. So we'll see how they decide to go about that. It's just really risky because there's a Disruptor and a Nyx Assassin. So
5 seconds remaining.
Well, and last ban now for Team Empire. Things that they need to address. Other heroes that, you know, do well in a low lockdown environment might be something. Or they could just decide to pick that up themselves. Meepo is still in the pool for Empire too if they wanted to run it. Is there any way that they run that, or is it like too hard to run an off-lane
That is so difficult to run. Okay. You've got 4 AoE heroes. It's so difficult.
All right.
There's also not really a place for him either.
Yeah.
You already got the Razor and the Juggernaut. Unless you aggro tri-lane, then it's kind of risky.
Dire team pick.
Okay. Now, last pick coming in for Empire. What's it going to be? We talked about offlaners. I still wouldn't mind the idea of like a Rubik maybe.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
They could go for the Enchantress again.
I don't think you want to go for the Enchantress.
Reserve time.
I think you just play this as a support. Actually, I don't. You can't even play support Clock. It's so greedy because Ricky and Clock together supports don't do anything.
Yeah.
So I think you're right about the offlane Clock. I think you just need someone who can disable. Maybe Lion. Oh, they're gonna go for Warlock.
Radiant team.
More
pick.
push, more power, strong laner, checks all the boxes except for disable that doesn't involve an ultimate. They have one stun that's battery assault outside of ultimates.
10 seconds.
Well, the thing is, you can kind of itemize around this. Oh, you were right about the Lycan too.
Oh,
I'm going for the Lycan. Well done.
Thank you, thank you. My goodness gracious.
The thing is, like for Team Empire, they can itemize so that, like for example, Chappie can go for an Ag Scepter build, and between him and the Juggernaut, they can kind of stand up in the front, you know, hit buildings, and it's really up to Vega Squadron on how they want to engage Team Empire's lineup. And now you have that Warlock sitting behind them. Not exactly easy to isolate the Warlock either with these kind of picks. They have to really find an angle with the Nyx Assassin to initiate a team fight. So,
I mean, the Lycan Wolves are going to be the other way that they can help find things out. And we've seen, like, the one thing that I might see as a problem in this game is Darkseer, Ion Shell on top of Lycan Wolves, and then like just killing off Warlock in the mid game. It actually is so frustrating to play against if Lycan ends up being anywhere near the Warlock at all.
Yeah, it's really up to the Clockwork to protect the Warlock, so we'll have to see.
Maybe
we are on game 5. I honestly did not expect this to happen.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a 3-1, and it was a 3-1 in either way, too.
Well, and the thing was like, especially after that Brood pick, I was like, they don't have the heroes to deal with it necessarily, but Vega Squadron pulled their stuff together, and I think as far as teams coming into this, they have, I think, a little bit more of the momentum. I'm excited. It's game number 5. What more could you want? We went the distance, and now it's time to see who it is that's going to be going to LA, and then The runner-up, unfortunately, gets a spot in the EU qualifiers for WCA, I think. One of these things is not like the other as far as prestige.
That's some shots fired.
I mean, I'm just telling the truth, right?
Yeah, I can't really argue with that.
Prepare
But
for
well,
battle.
game 5, I'm really curious to see how this plays out, because this is a very dramatic turn of events from like how the picks have gone compared to the other 4 games. I feel like all 4 games they kind of played similar heroes to what they played, you know, between those 4 games and yesterday, but this one is much different from the rest of them. So, see how this goes.
An early movement out now. We have seen the Lycan. He's standing up on the high ground here with everybody else. Ghost Stick moved into position as if he wanted to drop a ward, maybe trying to bait out a sentry, but I don't think Vega are going to be surprised by this, since they did have one ward up here on the top that I think spotted out Ghost Stick, so
30 seconds.
should not end up dropping any sentry wards here, I would imagine, and instead it's going to be Roger continuing to place his own. We'll see where he decides to go with them.
Well, as far as lanes go, it's going to be the very standard tri-lane from Vega. I wonder if... I think Roger might be able to pick this up. Oh, I like this, though. Ion Shell.
Nice. I mean, they knew where he was going to be going for it, and now going to try and secure it. He does not quite end up picking up that bounty rune, so everybody gets theirs. They will leave the one in the top lane for FN on the Juggernaut. So they have done the full lane switch, where it's just Chappie sitting mid on the Razor. And I guess they switch off between this every now and then anyways, so it's not the biggest deal in the world.
Yeah, I think it might be a hero preference thing.
Yeah. Oh, break the clarity. Do it, Roger. You know you want to. This is so frustrating. And level 1, he actually might be in a little bit of trouble. They're going to spin for him. Afterlife did not have anything but try to TPO. He is going to be able to make the escape. That's how you stay alive as a Darkseer at level 1.
Really hurts, though, but that he didn't go back to base. He just decides to just TP back to the tower, and because of that, Roger is going to be able to put the damage on him.
Uh-oh. Wants to try and stack the camp?
Block the camp. He's going to notice something is wrong. He won't be able to farm.
Well, he does have a salve brought out to him, I believe, so we'll be able to stay in this lane nonetheless. And Ricky ended up heading away as well. He's going to maybe drop down another one of these wards. Has a sentry ward here, but likewise, so too does Empire, and he is going to realize it now. Come in, take that sentry ward away, and now G is exposed here in the mid lane. Static blink, blink away. Easy peasy.
So far, laning phase going to be nice and quiet. I think everyone's going to be able to get a decent amount. I don't really see... Oh, bottom lane.
Yeah, they're doing some damage. That's not what you want to have happen, and going to be able to pressure out the rest of these heroes. The kinetic field already dropped now. Ghost Stick out of mana. Can he survive through this? Has the mango for the added regen, and he will just be able to give him the nice little walk away while still staying in range for XP.
Absolutely no damage from Vega Squadron. Kinetic field at level 1 for Disruptor. No mana on the Nyx Assassin, and well, Lycan just not being into Cog's life. So Ghost Stick getting a lot out of his lane right now.
Yeah, this has been great for him so far. Off lane for Darkseer, it's not going terribly either. He gets the full stack off and now is going to be able to farm out this camp. So things are going, by and large, okay for him there. In mid lane, they did force the Queen of Pain all the way back to base. Chappie was able to static link as Ricky dropped the smoke cloud, and then, of course, it does mean that G is gone from the lane for a full wave.
Denied.
Fortunate static link. Nyx Assassin is going to be rotating into the middle lane. Probably going to be dropping a sentry here.
Yeah. Ease up things a little bit for Queen of Pain in that mid. Likewise, though, Ricky is now going to make that movement down towards the bottom. With him and Ghost Stick in the area, they have a mango to pop if they want to try and run him down with Battery Assault, as well as a nice little cog, but looks like they're going to have to wait till he's there, and Silent, maybe not really in a position to get ran at.
Is going to He's going to be in so much trouble if they find him. Yeah. He's going to be going down.
They try and get him in the cogs, though, and actually ends up getting the Lycan in there with them. And now Ghostic may be in some trouble of his own right. Can they kill off Silent in time? It looks like it's not going to happen. It's Ghostic who goes down, but Roger does find the return kill. So catching Lycan in those cogs, not the ideal play. Looks like Ricky will live through it.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Ghostic. I think there was a slight misplay there because he could have, I think he could have mangoed earlier and cogged the Disruptor on the left side without the Lycan being there. So really unfortunate for Empire there, giving up first blood.
Well, still 4 minutes in, runes are spawning. Looks like Ricky should be able to secure one, and on the other side it was Nyx Assassin that stole his. Ooh, and regen for Chappie in the mid lane. Also, 5 is his level so far compared to G, who's still at level 4, so a little bit of an outlane coming from Razor, just because of that early Ricky rotations.
Oh, Ricky. Doesn't know he's standing on top of a ward.
Ah, he's going to be able to get the blank away. Nicely done. Yeah, and he can probably soak up some experience from this as well. He's going to have to back out after the fact.
Well, despite what happened there, Ghostic's still getting a decent amount of EXP here. Disruptor still has to be very careful, and Lycan not having any mana could spell for trouble if Ricky decides to come back into this lane.
I mean, he needs to be careful because that Sentry Ward is down, obviously. But likewise, you know, he's got himself a nice little bit of farm so far. Still only level 3. The Nyx Assassin is here as well. And he is going to drop down a ward. So that will give all the vision in the world.
Well, laning phase is going to be fairly passive here. Not too much Empire can really do, especially if the lanes are sentryed up. So difficult to find an entrance for Roger.
He might actually be able to go for a jump there. Oh! Quick reactions there from G. Maybe if Chappie waits a second to static link first, that ends up working out better for them, but as it stood, didn't end up happening. You have Sonic Wave now for Queen of Pain as well, so Ricky can't be too cavalier with his movements in to try and mess with them.
Death and gold are linked.
Ricky trying to mess with the Darkseer. He's going to be dropping the same ward.
Ooh, Chappie. They saw that Darkseer was over here, and now I think that they might go for a dive. They can throw the heal onto Chappie so he can tank the tower, and coming in with the creeps as well. They're going to run at him, and unfortunately, they're going to take him on a nice little walk in through the jungle, trying to find the kill, have the vision, right clicks coming in, and they get the kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Static link making it very easy to get that kill. Always providing the vision, just can't juke your way out of that situation.
Yeah. All right, well, status of the game so far. Vega Squadron a little bit ahead, but losing off on that kill, not what you want to have happen. FN is level 6 and can start to pressure out this tower. And by the same token, it's Maposhka has been able to get a decent amount out of the laning phase as well. Level 3, almost 4 at this point, and by and large, I feel like Empire is getting most of what they want.
Well, both sides are kind of doing the same thing right now. Both of them really need the levels on all of their heroes. Once again, G getting out.
Dire's bottom tower.
Another one of those little misplays is Ghostic wasn't quite able to catch him in with the Ricky Cloud down, and so G gets away. That's 3 hero rotation.
Be shrining up. The thing is, right now both sides just really need their ultimates. And Darkseer especially really needs to farm in levels. Oh, top lane.
Yeah, they're trying to find this kill, but they won't be able to get him. So it was a good surge. They did a little ring around the trees, and that gets out the Nyx Assassin. But he didn't commit the Omni Slash at least for it, so lives through it.
Mid lane, they're trying this again.
Over and over again, G just keeps getting out. But the plus side is you are still really hampering her and causing G to not get the most out of the lane. Like, she's still doubling up the CS almost of, you know, what the Razor's been able to get. It's been a rough game for him so far. So they're giving a little bit more space to Chappie at the very least.
Lycan is actually getting pretty much free farming at this point. Going to be going for the armlet build. Surprisingly low level, but only level 6. Sharing a lot of EXP with that Disruptor, but because of that, Silent is almost level 6 as well. Some de-warding going on right now.
That's a good show. Roger is going to head back over here. There's no more Sentry Ward, but it looks like the Smoke Gank is going to move into Empire's jungle. Razor TP's away, and they're not going to be able to find him. So they get the kill onto Lycan while the Smoke Gank goes to the top now. They want to find something for this at the very least. And FN is a little bit low, but it looks like he might be retreating afterwards. Seeing nobody on the map and knowing that they just made that gank happen, they're going to play it safe. Does Miposhka get caught out? He is the one that will be found. Ricky going to TP into this as well. Gee, Sonic Wave just takes him down from the other side of the trees. Well done.
That was some really great play from G. Just waiting out that position.
Ooh. G, though, he doesn't have any mana.
Oh, he has no mana.
They could maybe go for this. Empire wants to go through the mana burn. Oh, it ends up keeping G alive. The Omni Slash wasn't enough mana for it after the fact, so well played by the Nyx Assassin, keeping G alive there. And now they could end up trying to run down Silent, but seems unlikely to happen.
Dire's top tower is under
That was a really
attack.
tough kill on G because he's standing next to so many different heroes. To hope for so many Omni Slashes on him is very unlikely. In fact, it was FN was actually probably dead if the Impale connected, but a little off the mark for Nyx Assassin.
Okay, so level 6s that are coming up, how do you see this stuff working out for them? Like, can Disruptor make a lot happen at this point in time in the game once he gets that level 6 up?
Really hard to say, but like, I think it's going to be something that everyone's going to be cautious of. So it's going to have to see how the initiation is from both sides. In fact,
Radiant's top tower
I guess it's
is
a little
under
bit
attack.
tough to find. The plus side for Empire is they do have a lot of vision tools here. You've got Roger on the Ricky, the Clockwork is there with all the flare vision.
oh,
And
bottom lane.
are they actually going to be able to do this? They're going to pop the ulti from Miposhka, and he is going to drop for this. Fatal Bonds and try and deal as much damage as he can before he dies. But in the mid lane, it's the kill onto G that's the bigger one. Roger and Ghost Stick, they use the hook shot to find that initiation, then smoke up after the fact.
This is the Queen of Pain
Radiant
slaying
structures
combo,
are fortified.
and unfortunately for G, he's going for the Veil first as well. So until he finds the
Radiant's
farm
top tower
for
has fallen.
That's going to be a kill right here. They have Omni Slash, but don't want to commit it. Able to get away on that Darkseer first.
Darkseer has a little too much life for this kill to happen. But until G is able to find a Force Staff or someone buys a Force Staff for him, he's gonna be in a lot of danger to this Clockwork Ricky combo.
Yeah, and the best thing that they've got really to try and like take it away is either Silent dropping a glimpse to get the Clockwork out of there, or maybe going for like the Static Storm on top of him. But they really feel like that's not necessarily keep G alive. It might just find a counter kill potentially. So we'll have to see if there's any other defensive abilities that they can get to make this happen for them. But Lycan Howl, that's probably the best thing that they could do. Speaking of Lycan, he's just going to be right there and maybe punch Chappie a few times in the face. They have G in the area, Static Storm as well, but they have found Roger. And Rock
so
turned. They want to try and turn this back around. They end up being able to make it happen. Ricky the only one to die. Meanwhile, Vega Squadron end up losing the Disruptor and that Nyx Assassin. And now FN chasing a
nice
good
surge.
jump away. That was well done. Afterlife will pay for it with his life. But a great fight for Empire.
Is under attack.
So a little bit of not fully expecting the levels on Warlock that were there.
Yep, you always have to be careful with the Warlock. Great ulti from him, turning the fight around, and
Radiant's middle
he's
tower has fallen.
putting levels into upheaval. I think they realize, there's just not that much disable, so having the extra levels on upheaval definitely helping there.
Yeah, and if you do end up you know, having a surge away, that only saves one person. Whereas, you know, if you catch a bunch of them in upheaval, it's pretty much over at that point. The Golem is still actually just going to be alive here, and they don't have an answer to it. This is still that disgusting part of the game where you've got the Iron Shell Wolves to try and both deal damage to creep waves in the enemy jungle, as well as maybe find out and kill off some of these supports that aren't lucky enough to have any help.
Yeah,
and they're just going to send him in.
Oh. Getting spotted by the towers.
Well, Roger, Ghost Stick down here to the south. They're looking through the jungle as well. See if they can find anything, but nobody is there. All of the Radiant are grouped up near the mid tier 1 with the exception of G.
It's just really hard for Vega to fight right now until they finish the 4 staffs. I feel like they really shouldn't be taking fights like this, but since Warlock ulti is down, as well as oh wait, there's a glimpse. Ghost Stick.
They're gonna try and take this fight. I don't know if this is gonna work out for well for them though. Clockwork already TPing out. My God, Roger just got destroyed. Fatal Bond's not enough to make any kind of difference.
Great setup from the Nyx Assassin there. Thought he was safe because he figured that everyone was gonna go on the Clockwork. Immediately turn on Roger. Now that Warlock ulti is up in about 20 seconds, though, Vega should really avoid fights until they finish 4 staff on Queen of Pain.
Uh-oh. Well, Empire might be able to find something. No, I mean, FN's going to be able to get it. I thought that it was maybe like a Nyx Vendetta around, but he's still only level 5. Needs to get a bit more on him. He is, I think, the last remaining person. The fact that the Nyx Assassin's getting out-leveled by Ricky is just a travesty. This is normally a hero that does not get much, but Roger has been able to have a pretty decent game for himself, leading all the supports.
I think that kill mid on G is kind of what propelled him forward. I think he was only level 4.5 at the time, so killing G really sped up that leveling process. Yeah. Here we go again, trying to find... Uh-oh.
Roger.
He's right underneath the ward.
I wanted to go for the tricks of the trade, but it didn't get off in time. Cast point, well, it's going to be there now. Maybe they can turn this back around. Sonic Wave comes as Ricky was landed. So a jump in, they have but the Lycan, getting his damage drained as well as getting caught inside those cogs vacuum, trying to create that separation. There's going to be the surge away. The Ryu able to escape. It does cost Afterlife his life yet again, and the Armlet Toggle is going to be there to get away from the rocket flare. So, final tally, a Ricky again dies, but a lot of Vega heroes are going to go down for the cost.
Oh, Silent might be going down again, though. He's just running away.
There's nowhere left to go for this guy. This is sad. And well, Roger's back in time to make sure that they find a bit more damage. Ghost Stick gets the kill. G's still hanging out. You need to take a second to think about their choices in life. Do they have any TPs? Can they get here in time? Let's see. Darkseer doesn't have a TP. Nyx Assassin doesn't have a TP. It's only G and Aloha who can get in to try and fight this. I don't think it will work.
They can't fight this. There's no Sonic Wave. The tower has 29 life.
Well, I mean for tier 2 potentially.
Oh, for tier 2. For tier 2, I think they can definitely fight this because there's no Omni Slash. There's no Warlock ulti. I think after this tower goes down, I'm pretty sure Empire just back up anyways.
All right. G is going to TP out, and it looks like they're not even actually going to push for it. Instead, everybody goes back to farm. And Ricky is actually going to become a decent damage dealer in a little while here. He has an urn, wand as well, and building towards some treads. Like, if he can keep getting farmed and being a part of kills, he might be a force to be reckoned with in the later stages. Almost on par with Darkseer in terms of farm.
Ricky does a lot of damage, but most of it really shows up once he finishes Diffusal Blade. So until then, it's not too threatening, I would say. But yeah, Nyx Assassin not having the levels really hurts him. And I heard him Vendetta, but immediately just canceling it out to drop words. Really hurts. First Vendetta, not getting anything out of it.
Well, it's a 4,700 gold lead for Empire and around 6,000 experience. Roger is here to try and push the wave, as well as Ghost Stick, trying to find a pick-off or possibly just secure the tower. Also, FN has ended up finishing off the Diffusal Blade for himself. But yeah, it looks like they're just going to be able to trade, take the Tier 1 tower. Don't think that Empire are going to fully commit to trying to pressure Tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Empire in a very good spot right now, just farming away, being as efficient as possible across the map while they wait for the Warlock ulti. And Warlock has a medallion, so Roshan option is definitely going to be there.
Bottom lane, do they not catch FN? Kinetic field again, just a little bit outside of the mark, so that's Static Storm down. Vendetta, they might be able to catch him if they go. It's a little bit tough though. They need to get it perfectly. Impale, it's not going to be there. They are going to connect now, but they have the turnaround and going to be able to get it off. The Omni Slash. Oh no, Lycan, what have you done? He's going to get spun down, maybe killed off as well. The Sonic Wave comes, but I don't know if it's going to be what they want. The Healing Ward is there, able to take it down, but still, that's going to be a dead Nyx Assassin. And now they end up glimpsing back Chappie, but that just might mean that they kill off the Disruptor because he got the unstable Kern on him. So 3 drop, all the ultis pretty much committed, and you still have Rock available.
That was quite the bait from FN, just running around in circles. I'm kind of surprised that Vega didn't think anything of it.
Oh, wow.
It's not often you see a Juggernaut just dancing around in your face despite seeing 3 of your heroes there. But he baits them into a very awkward position, and well, Lycan and Nyx Assassin both caught in the cloud.
God damn. Well, Tier 2 tower is now going to be taken, and Empire looking quite strong. Roger being a part of that fight. He is level 9 right now on this Riki. Both of the supports from Empire heavily out-leveling all of Vega Squadron supports, and feels like it's going to continue to be the case. And with this the medallion done on the Warlock, and soon going to be able to finish off the Solar Crest, Roshan is in the works. Vega Squadron just have got to be so scared. This Riki pick is working out beautifully.
Oh, glimpse on the Clockwork. They're going to find the Clockwork pick.
It's something. He'll cogs him in with the silence, but won't be able to find any return kills. Just Ghost Stick going down.
They ended up wasting so much time there. That was a 5-man gank on the Clockwork.
Yeah.
And like you said, Solar Crest now done on the Warlock, so Roshan gonna be a very easy kill for Empire. I think since they have Warlock ulti still, I think once the Clockwork comes back, they can definitely go for a smoke and try to go for maybe 1 or 2 picks and then transition that into Roshan.
Yeah. I spot out Silent here. Manta Diffusal done for Jug. On the side of Lycan, we've already talked about Solar Crest and Armlet done for him. He's building back towards the BKB next. So, how about G in this game? It's a bit of a different build. You talked about the need to itemize to deal with the Riki and the Clockwork. I mean, how difficult is it of a game is this for the Queen of Pain? Oh wait, what?
It's a difficult game.
They scan and realize the Riki's there, and she just has to back out again. She doesn't know where the rest of them are.
Warlock going to be very tanky now with this Solar Crest, as long as he doesn't use it.
Well, vision again is there. Aloha needs to be careful. They are going to smoke up. Was this spotted out? It doesn't quite look like it. Roger could be there to break the smoke. And he is. So the real you, Aloha Dance, end up getting scouted. They have vision onto him. They back out again. Ward is dropped. Sentry Ward as well. And now you might just end up seeing Sioma get dropped as well as he steps too far forward. The counter smoke could come from Empire as well. This is looking quite bad for Vega.
Well, they force out the Healing Ward. That's a very good start.
Now.
The Ion Shell Wolves.
Oh, they caught him though. There it is, immediately onto the Disruptor. No Static Storm here. It's gonna come out. They get the vacuum wall, but where's the follow-up to the Disruptor? It's not gonna be there, and now they're on top of Afterlife. FN showing no mercy, dismantling them. Sonic Wave comes out, but can G even find the kill? He is gonna turn. Chappie manning up, trying to get there. Are they gonna be able to bring down G? They do manage to find the kill onto the Razor, but G goes down for it, and now Roshan is open for him.
Oh, this is rough for Vega. Empire managed to win that team fight without even committing Omni Slash. And that was just a great initiation from Empire. That awkward hook, catching out the Disruptor, and without the Disruptor ulti, it's just so difficult to win that team fight. Like, the wombo combo is there, but Empire taking the rep to prevent it.
It's the, like we were talking about, a combination of Ricky and then bolstering that up with the big Warlock ulti and then Ghost X great initiation. Aegis down on the ground, FN picks it up, maybe going for a Wolf Snipe, but doesn't end up happening. It will take down that healing ward, but afterwards, Force just run away. And now, 8,500 net worth lead, Empire snowballing, potentially out of control. What's the answer for Vega Squadron here?
They need the wombo combo to go off. They really need it. I don't know how I feel about the Force Staff Darts here. It might be okay. I feel like the Blink is a safer choice, but he's going to be going for the Force Staff. They really rely on this vacuum to connect. That's basically their way back into this game. Vacuum, kinetic field, static storm.
And
throw everything else on it.
You have so many different combo breakers for Empire as well. And like, yeah, I kind of agree with you with the Force Staff. They definitely need it, but also like Blink on Darkseer. Maybe if he's able to farm into that before high ground starts to come, that will be another way to delay the game out. And we've said time and again that Vega Squadron may be performing a little bit better when they are under the gun and feeling the pressure early.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think if you go for the the miss, but Silent still in a lot of trouble. Go down. I think if you go for Force Staff, I don't think you go back for the Blink Dagger.
No?
The investment's a little too much, and Darkseer needs a little more. Just in terms of utility. Force Staff is...
Oh. Wow, even dropping the ulti for that. Now looking for more. Mapushka showed up, just walks into hell himself, tries to turn. He's going to go live for the moment, trying to stay alive. The evasion helped him for a moment, but now you just end up giving away the kill, and Aloha able to make the retreat. So, oh wait, no, Chappie's going to run him down, though. Can they break this? No way to break TPs. So they will be able to get out of there. FN found the kill onto Siomo while that was happening, and he is godlike. 9-0-4 so far on the Jug. But still, you drop Warlock ulti, and you lose 2 supports for only the Nyx. Not worth it.
Yeah, pretty big victory for Vega, but still very uphill battle for them.
Oh my god, look at FN! Oh, gets the free ride out as well. The glimpse comes from the Disruptor. He blinked right over Chi, doesn't even care.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now...
Yeah, this FN Juggernaut is insane. He can actually... No, you're not going to risk it.
I didn't want to use that last defusal charge, I guess. If they're not careful and Roger's able to get that initiation off, Omni just going to be dropped onto the Sioma. What is he doing? FN doesn't give a damn about anything.
He's got that Aegis still, so why would he need to be scared? He's going to go back for the BKB next as well. Not going to risk anything. That wombo combo potential from Vega is not to be underestimated.
Like, he was just farming the jungle right next to the lake and went up to him, hit him a couple of times, and nobody from Vega has any response. They don't even have Warlock ulti right now. Is he really just going to go high ground? He's spinning, going to push the wave, and then decide to back out after the fact. Probably a good decision. Doesn't want to get
he still has a lot of time on the Aegis too. Maybe we'll see one more tower coming out for them.
Alright, Disruptor now maybe in trouble herself.
Oh no, not again, Disruptor. Oh, what is that pathing?
Yeah, in trouble. trouble. Maybe gonna drop actually.
Oh,
Ends
poor
up dying.
FN
FN is a monster. There's the vacuum wall, but no, it didn't end up hitting. The wall's on nobody. What is going on? Vega looks shook.
Unfortunately, since the Disruptor is dead, there is no follow-up. Queen of Pain thought about Sonic Waving, but realizing very quickly that even to be Sonic Waves, there's really no chance of him getting any kills out of that. So this poor Disruptor is just so difficult to play up in this matchup, especially with FN being so far ahead.
The Blink Dagger was really just a great purchase for him. Like, he has been playing so aggressive, has the Diffusal Blade level 2 now, just to get into those charges. Like, all he wants to do is run at these fools. He has Omni Slash back off cooldown in a few here. Does need some more mana. Does anybody have mana boots? Not seeing it.
He's just gonna wait for the Aegis. It's fine.
Okay.
Running out like right now.
Yeah, there it is. Back up to full mana now. And BKB not far away. I wonder now if he even feels worried at all about trying to go in. He could still play about as aggressive as he was before, honestly. Smoke gonna be broken right here. They spot out Roger. Maybe a chance for a glimpse, maybe a chance for something. But it's too hard to make that move. Sioma walking forward. They have the gem available. Spot out the Wolves as well. FN still, they're trying to cancel out his Blink Dagger. He jumps forward, found Sioma, Diffusal Blade there as well, and he is going to drop the real U. Needs to be careful. They might end up just Omni slashing him if he's not absolutely careful here. And the Omni comes out. They're connected onto one. He wants to share the damage, pulling them in deep inside, but look at FN. It might be enough. Can they do it? Chappie is out as well. It looks like they're not going to be able to make it happen. The Warlock Golem is still standing strong, and they only ended up losing the Clockwork. So Empire is still so strong here, and now you don't have all of these big ultis to use to try and hold them back.
That was the first vacuum static storm we've seen, and unfortunately, the follow-up just wasn't. There wasn't a Sonic Wave. I think he used it earlier. You really need the Sonic Wave for that to be enough damage, especially in the situation they're currently in.
So, 22 to 11. BKB for Jug will mean unkillable territory has been reached.
Wait, nope, he didn't buy it. Went for the. He's going to be going for the Basher first. Interesting.
I guess the later that you can wait to hold off on the BKB, the better as well.
Tribute.
Yeah, that definitely is the case, and I mean, he's really strong right now, so.
He's a monster. 17,000 net worth. 30 minutes in. And not really anything. Like, what does he have to be worried about that can kill him? What's the magic, a little way to kill off the Juggernaut?
Well, if there's definitely the damage is definitely there. If he gets caught in the static storm without his spin, I mean, he can easily die to Lycan right clicks as well as Queen of Pain's damage output. Queen of Pain, you know, it is G after all. They might be losing, but look at his net worth. He's doing a really good job in terms of keeping up.
Well, it's true. He's got the Orchid. The Veil is there as well for Queen of Pain. Sonic Wave back off cooldown in a bit so they can't take a fight, and he's getting the split push going as well. It's sort of weird.
For some reason, my gut tells me that Empire might pull a Vega this game, and Vega are gonna see a comeback somewhere down the line. I don't know why, but I just feel like it might happen.
I mean, it would only fit with the series, right?
Really would.
It's like been what's happened every single game between these two teams. For anybody that's just tuning in, this is the 8th game that these teams have played against each other in 2 days. And last time around, it was a best of 3 that went the way of Empire. This time around, we haven't figured out what it is as of yet, but 2-2 so far is the score. We'll see what happens as we go down the line. Finish this one off. It's 10,000 net worth at the moment, around the same amount of experience, but there have been far bigger comebacks in the past.
That is definitely true. Warlock ulti is now up. I think now is probably the best time for Vega to go for a smoke. They got the blink dagger on the Darkseer. He did go back for it, and I mean all they need is that one initiation, and if they can do so, I mean it's very much a one team fight for them.
It's so hard. Like, the gem is there from Ricky as well, so you can scout out these wolves as they move in to try and keep their vision, but likewise, if you do end up winning that one team fight, you take down Roger and secure the gem, suddenly for Vega Squadron, not only are you going to be probably leading in terms of levels and everything else, but you're probably also going to be leading in terms of vision. Do we have the courier coming out for anything? It looks like Sioma might be able to find a pick off here, the courier.
Ooh, it's going to be an abyssal
No!
blade.
Oh god, he's TPing away as it came in. That hurts. All right, let's see if they can make it happen.
Here we go. This is it. Moment of truth.
Darkseer also. Oh god, the Dire scan him. They know what's coming. And Roger is right there at the start. Again to tank the gank. Vacuum wall onto 3, but again it only caught onto 1. Oh, and the Warlock ulti comes out as well. Sonic Wave. Ricky is gone, but so too is Disruptor. No ulti is coming out from him this time around, and but just barely able to survive. Sioma able to jump away. Afterlife is in the trees as well. So it's just a 1-for-1 exchange so far, and G made his way out of the fight also. But Warlock ulti down now. And maybe with Disruptor coming back up and still having the Static Storm available, there's an opportunity to contest Roche.
I believe that is the case, but their Empire not going to be deterred by it. The big thing is that they killed off Roger and they got the gem, so that's a very big victory for Vega. And they see everything that's going on. The Wolf is just chilling.
Oh, TP on cooldown for 3 seconds for Disruptor. They need to get in here really quickly, but Ghostic, he actually found the Queen of Pain, able to force step out. Sioma, he's invis here. They don't have any detection. Sioma looking for the save, looking for the way to make it happen. They vacuum them out of Roach, pick up the Aegis as well. Oh my god, they did it. Beautiful play from Vega Squadron. Can they make this work? G is so freaking tanky, but they are going to be able to bring him down finally. And now FN going ham. They got the cheese as well, trying to run away, but Afterlife is gone. 3 are dead, but they managed to take down the Roche. Oh god, what the hell? It was the real you. Yeah, Lycan has Aegis, or it picked up the Aegis.
Radiant's middle
No, Aloha Dance didn't pick it up.
What?
Used the Wolf
Oh, he
and denied
it. Okay, thank you very much. I was looking at it, I was like, what? It doesn't have it in his inventory. What the hell's going on?
I'm surprised they did that because the Nyx Assassin was standing right on the spot and he could have made space for it.
All right, well,
They're gonna go for this, though. Is there a vacuum? There is no vacuum. Uh-oh.
Now
Is this a
Sioma,
dieback from the Nyx Assassin?
he's in trouble. He is going to get caught. Chappie doing so much damage, and Roger found him, secures his gem that got taken earlier. Has Blink away if he needs to make it happen.
Oh no, Aloha Dance. He's forced the BKB.
Man, Roger does go for the tricks the trade. Guess what? That is still going to leave you inside the base, but you get the Blink strike out afterwards. Well, damn, I didn't even see that they ended up going for the deny. I can't believe that they didn't end up leaving Nyx Assassin to take it.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of surprised about, too. They killed it with the Wolf, even though Nyx Assassin was right on top of it, and could have easily made space for it, but I mean, the pressure was definitely on them there. Not easy to make these quick decisions. It was a very chaotic Roshan fight.
Could you imagine right there if the Wolves came up and denied all of FN's items? He dropped them to get the max value out, but that would be the ultimate in, well...
Yeah, that would be probably one of the biggest throws in the history of throws if that was the case.
Yeah.
Not because of overall value, but because of how it goes down. Oh, they see the smoke.
All right, the dream, it's coming. Vega Squadron know that the smoke gank is coming from Empire. They need to get into position. Silent actually doesn't have a TP to get back home. Oh, they need him here so badly, and now they've already caught the Nyx. This is not the way you want the fight to start. He is getting caught out. This would be a dieback for him as well. Vacuum wall onto 3. Can they turn it? No, the Warlock ulti, it's gonna be there. FN takes down Sioma. And now, with only G standing, as well as Aloha, can they somehow make this work? I don't think so. 5 alive for Empire as they storm the high ground, and Vega Squadron potentially going to be eliminated from the same tournament. They just got knocked down to the lower bracket in by the same team that knocked them down earlier. Oh god, and there's G, 4 step away. Static Storm, it's caught the Ricky, but that's all it's got, and now Disruptor going to be brought down as well. FN with the crit finishes them off in beautiful fashion. Barracks dropping, and maybe game ending.
Oh man, that is rough. You draft this big combo from Vega, and they were never able to get it running. It's like you said, Silent not having the TP there, and the rest of his team getting caught out. Just a lot of miscommunication going on.
Oh, jump in again. They're gonna force staff out the Nyx, but this is another Barracks gone. Vacuum into Runaway. Vacuum into Sadness. Vacuum into Vega Squadron not having the answer.
It's just so hard to follow up. The Disruptor, you know, he doesn't have the levels. He doesn't have he took the 60 GPM, so not having that 100 cast range also makes it that much harder to follow up with this combo for him. Nyx Assassin kind of suffering the same issue, just not having the farm and that he needs. It's very difficult to follow up on a Blink Dagger Darkseer when you don't have mobility yourself. And if these combos aren't connecting, there's just no way you're gonna beat Empire.
19,000 net worth lead, 20,000 experience. We're there as well. And the avenues back into this game are very few. But if there was one, it's the same thing that we've said the whole game. Vacuum, Wall, Static Storm, Sonic Wave. Like, Disruptor, he's never going to be able to get into an Aghanim Scepter this game either. So BKB's, it's not there for the Juggernaut. So maybe that still can work.
That's
big
their only window, I believe, is if they are able to get this Juggernaut before he finishes his BKB with this big combo. Because, yeah, only Chappie has it, and I find it very hard to see that happening.
Empire don't actually have it. Now they do have vision. Now they see everybody. Sioma's blocking the way. He has a gem as well as the Ricky.
See the smoke. This is it. Stand next to your shrine. Fight on the shrine. This is your best chance.
Empire moving in the area. They see Aloha. The real you is there.
Uh-oh, that's bad.
Oh, no. They've got it. They see everything. Oh, God. It's like watching a plane crash. You just know it's going to happen, but you can't look away. Empire potentially just going to completely destroy them.
Radiant's middle barracks.
They're
baiting Vega to come in left.
Come fight us, please. And now stealing some damage. Empire walks in, the hook shot, it connects, pulls him in deeper. Static Storm,
the combo!
The combo! Is it gonna be enough? They're bringing him so low! Oh, Evan able to get the jump away, but they were able to take down only the Nyx Assassin. Empire end up losing too. And now Vega making the comeback happen. What the hell?
Did it.
Empire! You saw everything.
Oh, they made it happen. That was just very unfortunate timing for the Ricky. He almost got off the storm, the smoke screen into Tricks of the Trade.
That's Omni / down. Can they do something here? They've got Vacuum to pull him back in. G is here as well.
He's got Manta.
Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, that's a very, very big step forward into coming back from this game. But the BKB Juggernaut is now here. Damn. Where was that combo like 20 minutes ago?
I mean, it's like you've said a ton of times as well. It's so hard to make it happen. Like, this game with all of the counter initiation that you have on Empire. Cloud, Warlock, Clockwork. How many more times does that exact sequence of events need to happen before Vega Squadron are actually like fully back in this?
I'd say 2 more times. Maybe 3, but I think two times, and I think they have a fighting chance.
The Nyx Impale on top of the vacuum wall was pretty amazing.
Yeah, That was like actually the everything combo.
Yeah.
Vacuum, Disruptor. Oh, Roger. Has to be careful here.
They dropped the Static Storm, the blink out.
Oh,
That's not good. That
is
ain't
not good.
that ain't any kind of good. Oh wow. All right. Yeah, Empire put the kibosh on thoughts of a comeback. No stick. He's the one leading the charge with that haster, and he has battery assault ready. Aloha Dance maybe going to be the one that gets ran down, although they do realize that he's over there as well. BKB pop, nice and pale, but it was BKB charge used.
All right, they're buying enough time for the Disruptor to come back up. No ulti for another 40 seconds, though. When is Roshan back? 30 seconds. I think that's Vega's last window of opportunity. Is going to be this next Roshan. They need to contest them here. Do they have a smoke? I don't know if they have a smoke. Yeah, they do have one. They have one remaining smoke on Nick, so this is it.
All right.
When this Roshan spawns, this is it.
8 games in 2 days, the best of 5. It all leads up to this. One play for Vega Squadron to come and try and secure their way into the summit. Winner of this game is going to take it there. It looks like they'll be able to get the ward placed down as well, but the creep wave is still pushing in. Aloha able to move in and make this happen. Empire realized that something could be coming their way. And it's just so hard to leave your base right now as Vega. And Roshan's starting to go down. They're going to need to make this move, but likewise, G, he needs all of his everything. Going to pick up that Maelstrom as well. Level 25 right now, so
no,
has the
they're not
spell
going to
life steal.
find this.
And it's not going to be the move that they're going to take. They're going to just back out instead. They want to try and get the Mjolnir onto Queen of Pain before they take the fight. And it's understandable. If you're going to go for one last fight, make sure it's a good one.
Regeneration.
Well, he is not going to be able to finish it for the next engagement. Can't reach the secret shop and just not enough gold. Still missing 600. And I think if he wants to take one last fight, I think buyback is definitely better than the Mjolnir. So
Okay.
we'll see how he goes about it, though.
FN still hasn't died this game, by the way. Is he
They're trying to find the courier.
Oh, it's up on the high ground.
He's gonna static storm. He's gonna find it.
No!
Oh my goodness!
Did that have the recipe on it?
Dire's courier
What?
has been killed.
Oh.
All right, so Dyer's courier goes down as well. That had nothing on it. Unfortunately for the Radiant, wait, that didn't have anything on it either?
That was a gem on it.
Okay, it was the gem. Okay, I thought it had the recipe for the Mjolnir on it.
He's gonna stay for buyback, especially since the. I think he actually was considering it, but he can't even reach it now. Courier's dead. He would have to go pick it up himself.
That is not a likely scenario. So vision-wise, Vega Squadron do see the clockwork over here. They have pretty much complete vision. FN, and over there as well. They could decide to jump on him if they separate too far on the rest of Empire, and you just like Orchid the clockwork. But I guess he has Lotus Orb as well. Not gonna work. Ooh, Bloodthorn.
Oh, he's gonna buy the Bloodthorn.
So no buyback on the Quap. No buyback on a lot of these heroes. Only the Darkseer has it. And they don't quite spot him out right now. Now the Empire take this fight. The Impale to start. Not bad. Bloodthorn there as well. They Manta style. Taking it off. FN still dealing the damage. Walking forward. He has the Aegis. It's a scary one to try and jump into this. Afterlife just waiting for that initiation moment.
I think if you can find the Disruptor and take a team fight with the Clockwork like on top of Disruptor, it's pretty much game over because the Disruptor and the Darkseer are probably the most important components of this combo. So for the time being, they do fend off Empire. That courier was actually so important because that was Lycan's Assault Cuirass too.
Yeah. Wait, was it? What the hell?
Yep.
There was nothing on the courier.
It's not that there's anything on it. It's that the courier needed to reach the shop to buy the.
Oh, got it. I see what you mean.
Because he can't reach it.
Yeah. FN walks forward again. Just going to go for the spin. Roger's still there for the counter initiation if they want to try and make that play. The right clicks are coming in. Can they slow him down enough? The Impale connects. A lot of damage, almost burning through him. They still have that opening with Afterlife if they want to go for it, but it looks like FN barely able to live through that with the soul burn as well.
And with that, they're going to walk away with the 1 tower. Probably just heal up and go again. How much longer do they have? About a minute and a half on the Aegis. Definitely something they want to make use of, especially since it's just 1 set of racks remaining. Vega's still with the glyph. Very important.
Looks like it's going to be the AC done for Chappie as well. So AC going to be done for both of these carries. And the net worth lead, it's 15,000, but at these late game scenarios, it does feel like Vega still have a chance. Oh no. Sioma, I'll TP away, hook shot. That one hurts. That is a dead Nyx Assassin. 0-11. It's been a hard game for him.
Definitely. And Nyx Assassin not having buyback is actually a very big deal. He's doing a lot for Vega in terms of just buying them time. Monitoring the Juggernaut over and over again, but 30 more seconds to see if they can make it happen.
I barely get out right there with the AC. So that will be back in time for the Lycan now. Ghost Stick, they're still there. They jump forward. Oh, the Queen of Pain ends up getting bashed. Permabash goes away. Okay, G's still alive for the moment. And man up, they still have damage though, starting to rack up onto these barracks. Afterlife needs to find that initiation, but they also need to make sure it's perfect. Waiting for the Nyx, the hook shot off the mark. Okay, maybe a way for them to make this work. Walking forward, Sioma's there as well. They want to jump. They only get the vacuum wall into 1. FN jump forward as they ended up going for the counterplay. Oh, Vega, I don't think this is going to be good enough for you. G's still doing a lot of damage, but it's all in the clockwork, and it looks like with the barracks down, this might just be the beginning of the end. Sonic Wave takes down another. They're continuing to run inside their base. Omni Slash out and used already. Empire can just back out if they want now. Yeah, they're just going to TP back home. They came for the objectives. They took them as well. And there is nothing that Vega Squadron can do to try and stop Empire from just walking away.
G has to be careful.
Oh god, he blinks aggressively. They actually end up missing the hook shot, so G might end up being able to live here. Still turning, trying to fight, hits onto G. That's a lot of damage. Sioma very low. One last touch. They miss uphill, or rather on the Nyx Assassin. Vacuum again there, trying to bring down anybody. They pop the Lycan ulti yet again. FN back into the fray, trying to take down Afterlife. Gets the Surge out and out. Still though, this very extended team fight is meaning that they can't really do anything. FN jumping forward again, wants to fight some more. Bashes the Wolf, they get down the smoke screen, the BKB popped. That's gonna be FN having to back out again. The glimpse to keep Chappie away from his cores, but they're fighting against Mega Creeps. And Empire, they have the sustain, they have everything that they need. This might be it. Rarely seen Darkseer Maelstrom. They have wall back up in 5, but the jump forward, they're controlling the Lycan, pulling back out. Right now, Empire's doing a good job of kiting, and G able to jump away from those cogs.
They have to go now.
They try to make this work. The hook shot is actually going to miss, and that's going to be the Ancient down. And that is going to do it. Team Empire are going to be the last invited team, the last team to qualify for the Summit 7, as they take down Vega Squadron for the second time in 2 days.
Oh, man. What a heartbreaking loss for Vega. I honestly still feel like they could have done it. It's just, oh man, that was such an unfortunate game for Sioma and Silent. I feel like they were just, it's so hard to say because it definitely wasn't one of their better games, but at the same time, it was just such a difficult game for them to play considering the situation they were put in. This FN Juggernaut was just way too much for them, and Silent, you know, he just under-level Disruptor, no farm, no Ghost Scepter. You can't survive against that Juggernaut. Juggernaut's pretty much single-handedly got almost all of his kills from killing off Silent. Look at how many kills he killed. Look at how many times FN killed Silent. Killed him 8 times, and he killed Sioma 7 times. Juggernaut just slayed supports.
That's all he had to do. That Blink Dagger Manta Diffusal build. And then afterwards, he went for wherever the hell he wanted. The Abyssal, 18-0-8. Even playing out of the, safe lane role, FN, just a monster. And Chappie held his own as well on that Razor. God, it really did feel like at times Vega Squadron played like a sort of a more talented game, if you will, but Empire was more composed and more able to execute a single-minded strategy that when they took a lead, they didn't give it up. When they fell behind, they persevered and then came out on top. And that's the way that you want to end up winning Dota 2, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That was a very, very close matchup, going the full distance 3-2. Same with yesterday, going the full distance 2-1. Unfortunately for Vega Squadron, they are not going to make it. So congratulations to Team Empire for qualifying for the summit.
Yep, and that means that we have Virtus Pro, Vici, J, Team Secret, Clutch Gamers, CDEC, Navi, NP, and then the last one, Team Empire. This all starts off pretty soon here now. It's going to be on the 4th of this next month coming up. Excuse me. Is that correct? No, 14th of this next month. So don't worry, there's still a lot of other great things going on. Epicenter is going to come up before it as well, but a big tournament, 3 CIS teams that are going to be involved in that. Aosin, any early thoughts or predictions? What's your feeling about this the tournament that's coming up?
You referring to
Summit?
Summit? Or are you talking about Summit?
Yeah, Summit. Like, how well do you think that Empire can do at it?
I think Empire can definitely do okay. I don't really place them as a winner for the event.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go look at the teams really quickly.
I just set them all off, man. You can't remember? Jesus.
No, I'm really bad at this.
I know, me too. I'm terrible. I just looked at the little thing. I pulled up the Summit on Wikipedia.
So I brought up the team list, and I think that honestly they are probably gonna be 5th to 6th. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Which is still not a bad showing. Like, that tournament is pretty stacked, so we'll just have to see.
Well, very excited for it. Thank you guys all for tuning in. It was a great series of great series of events. I mean, the tournament's been scanning back for a while. You can take a look real quickly at the splash screen where we're sitting at. Gambit, one of the newly picked up teams, Team Empire, Vega, Pro Dota, Alliance got knocked out a little bit earlier as well. But the people that stand tall above them all is going to be Empire, the newly formed squad that came about because King R ended up getting knocked out of that team, and now instead it's Roger playing, who in a lot of ways was one of the standout performers, and the threat of that Chen meant that their draft opened up a hell of a lot more.
Yep, that is definitely the case. Roger played very well in most of these games. I think that his Ricky game was actually very, very impressive. He was always in the right place at the right time, just always breaking smokes and getting the information his team needed. So
yeah,
Empire looking pretty solid.
Well, that's going to do it for us here. I think we're going to sign out finally at Lyrical Dota, at Aosin Dota. Follow us on Twitter if you feel so inclined, but make sure to tune in for the Summit 7. The Loot.bet Invitational is over, but the Dota 2 continues on. There's a hell of a lot of tournaments going on over the next couple of days. Zotac is happening. It's already started last night. Epicenter is in a little bit less than a week. Then after that, you got Summit. There's like the global whatever esports shenanigans is going on, and then, of course, all leading up to TI. It's a hell of a lot of great Dota 2. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. Go play some Dota. Go watch some Dota. Take it easy.